Hello, welcome to this update for Oceania and the tropics across southern Asia. So let's see. So there's a disturbance in the Indian Ocean just south of the equator that might try to develop. We're monitoring that disturbance. We're monitoring this broader disturbance across spots of the Somo Islands, Vanuatu, and this one might pass close to Fiji as well, Vanuatu. We talked about this like a week ago, and it still might try to develop into something, but slightly different. So we'll take a look at that. And there's an area that might try to develop just north of Western Australia, but it might head further out to sea. So we'll take a look at all those disturbances and some scared thunderstorms as well. So let's see here. Today's December 10th. We have many scared storms across the tropics, central Indonesia, spots there across northern Australia and Papua New Guinea, and spots there across the South Pacific. So first, let's see this disturbance here, 91S. It's there near southern Sumatra, an area of low pressure trying to form. Some models show that this might try to form there, but it's still too close to the equator, so not much expected now. And there's 92S, practically in the same area, but further west, this one. So we have that one. We don't have marked as an invest those other two areas across the Somo Islands and the one near northwestern Australia. But this one near the Somo Islands might become an invest soon in the coming days. And I'll show you why. Here there's the GFS. It shows there like, let's see, Southwest Pacific near Australia. So it does show that area tries to form an area of low pressure near northern Vanuatu, just east of the Solomon Islands. It struggles a little bit, but the GFS actually has a consolidated tropical storm there, north and east of Vanuatu by Saturday. It goes, hopefully doesn't hit the islands, but it passes right in between Vanuatu and Fiji as a tropical cyclone. Then the GFS weakens it, but takes it to Fiji by December 16th, and then goes away into the Pacific. So this is one scenario. The European is much weaker, but it does show like this area of broad showers and storms tries to form by Saturday. It kind of reaches tropical storm strength, but still on the weaker side, more disorganized. But it probably passes as a tropical storm in between Vanuatu and Fiji, right in between there. So shows this is Monday, the 15th, there between Vanuatu and Fiji. And after this, let's see the zeros here so it can go further out. It does show it lingers there, and the remnants might pass like over Fiji, but by the time it does, the European barely has anything left, so not much. But we'll keep watching, especially for some flooding potential across Vanuatu, spots of the eastern Somo Islands, Fiji, and other areas. This is the Canadian model. It does have it trying to consolidate right there, just east of Vanuatu by Friday, Saturday, and then it passes closer to Fiji than expected. It does pass west of Fiji, but still closer, and then does bring some nasty rain bands, and then it goes there into the South Pacific. And the Canadian is trying to throw a tropical cyclone there near northern Australia, in between Queensland and Northern Territory. But this is too far out, and this model can be crazy sometimes. So let's not look at that yet. But this time of year, there's potential, so we will keep watching. The icon has this system near Vanuatu and Fiji, very weak and disorganized, but it does have something to watch as well. So the European model tropical storm probabilities, it does have upwards of 50% tropical storm probabilities near east of Vanuatu by December 15th. So that's a decent probability for a tropical storm. There's tropical depression probabilities all the way to 70% near southeastern Vanuatu. So better watch this area because there's decent potential for a tropical storm there. But hopefully it passes away from the islands. But there'll still be some rough surf and some heavy rain from some rain bands nearby. So be aware. And let's see. There's this area in the southeastern Indian Ocean near Australia. The European is all the way to 100% tropical depression probabilities there by next Monday, the 15th. So I'm not seeing much array on satellite on that area. That area is still dry, but the models are indicating some good potential there too. And there's this area south of the equator there in the southern Indian Ocean. There are two areas, 92S that I showed you and 91S closer to Indonesia. Both have upwards of 70 to 100% chance of tropical depression forming. So still some decent potential in this area of the Indian Ocean. So better watch all these areas around here because this part of the world is very active right now, from like the central Indian Ocean to the South Pacific. So better just watch. And there's the European ensembles. It does show in the next 102 hours, just until Sunday. It shows there across between Vanuatu and Fiji, but closer to Vanuatu on the European. And it does have this invest near Indonesia, recurving further south and west, and then heading west. By the time it reaches a southern latitude there, farther for Indonesia, that the members strengthen a little bit into tropical storm. And by this time, by Sunday, it's already showing some potential near northwestern Australia and near southern Indonesia as well, the odd area there. So let's just go all the way to 240 hours. It does show that area near northwestern Australia might head out to sea, but some members approach Australia as well. And it does have there between Indonesia and Australia further east as well. So better just watch these areas, especially like that area in the Indian Ocean. Will likely just head out to sea, but these two areas near Australia might pose some threat to land, and the one in Vanuatu too. So better watch these areas. There's the Google AI model. It does show like there in Vanuatu, it doesn't show so much support, but it does show some decent members here showing tropical storm strength. It shows some members there near northern Australia and near southern Indonesia, and the highest concentration of members are around the southeastern Indian Ocean, heading further southwest. So this area, in terms of model probability, is the area of the highest probability of something to form. So there, watch just in case this tries to approach Western Australia, but most likely it will head further out to sea. So just keep watching. There's the GFS on Samos as well, but it's usually very messy here. But let's see. It does show some decent support near Vanuatu and like in the Indian Ocean there. But the GFS has this big mess here from some low pressure areas that are not so important. So I prefer to look at the European and the other ones. So let's see the rain accumulation here in the South Pacific first. A few days ago, you were showing this heading straight to Vanuatu, but now hopefully it shows the worst heading further east. So it does show in the open ocean upwards of 360 millimeters, but you don't have to worry about that. But Vanuatu itself does show like some 99, close to 100 millimeters, a few areas 98 millimeters, 28 in a few islands further west, but especially these easternmost islands here should pay close attention. So please be aware, and like spots further north in Lata, Lale, be careful as well. These ones might have heavier rain than Vanuatu, so be aware. And if you are in this island here, Mua, please be careful. It might be right in the path of this disturbance, upwards of 242 millimeters. So please stay safe there, and especially this little islands in the middle of the Pacific with tremendous amounts of rain. It can be very dangerous. Please be careful. And Fiji, this is until Monday. It shows to like 114 millimeters, 108 in a few areas, some 118. So be careful. Those areas might get heavy. And until the 18th, it does increase more as the remnants of this go over Fiji. Show like 200 millimeters by the 18th, 205. So depending on where this ends up, it might cause some flooding. So please just monitor this in Fiji. It's something worth monitoring. The GFS is stronger than the European. It has like 229 millimeters in Fiji. And if this happened, it will be worse. So please keep this scenario in your mind as well. But I think it might be on the weaker side, like the European is showing. So you never know. Please be aware. The icon is very weak. It does have a lot in the ocean, but doesn't have much in Fiji. The axis is interesting. It does show like maybe a distant cyclone further out to sea because it's all the way to 400 meters over the ocean. But in Fiji, it has like close to 100 millimeters, like 120 in a few areas from the remnants of this. So please monitor, be careful with flooding. And if this happened, like 421 millimeters in Mua, it would be catastrophic, that amount of rainfall. So please monitor if you are in this island and warn others. So stay safe and please be careful. Just checking the rest of the South Pacific. In the Cook Islands and Tonga, does show some scattered showers, a few thunderstorms, especially further towards Samoa and Tonga, 40 to 60 millimeters, even 70 in a few areas. And towards the Cook Islands, a few showers to some more thunderstorms. French Polynesia, a few showers and storms. Nothing too crazy, but some frequent showers and a few storms from time to time. So be careful as always, but nothing crazy. Like today, it's sunny in a few areas with a few passing showers. So it just fluctuates between like showers and sunny. But later this weekend shows possibly more showers in many areas and storms. So be careful and stay safe. In Australia, it's a different story. So there's some remnant storms near South Wales, and then Wednesday to Thursday still shows a few storms there near southern Queensland, near South Wales, and those tropical style thunderstorms near northern Western Australia. So Thursday still possibly a little bit of severe weather near South Wales Thursday into Friday afternoon, and a few storms scared spot to Western Australia in the afternoon. So shows like Saturday the 13th near Victoria, near New South Wales, still a few storms Saturday there, and near northwestern Australia too. Sunday still a few storms more in the northern areas, scared in the afternoon. The Monday shows this front in New Zealand, kind of connecting with the storms in Queensland. So be aware Monday, possibly some stronger storms in Brisbane and spots of Queensland. And later on next week, further in the tropics there, some heavy rain. So be careful. Those areas does show like the rain accumulation to the 15th, spots to some 78 millimeters on some local spots, some 84. Queensland spots, most spots around 31 millimeters, 20, 19 millimeters, other spots for 42. Brisbane does show some 57 millimeters, 66. And if I put it until the 18th, it does increase slightly, spots central Queensland. So be careful and always be aware of those storms. Some might be stronger. So it does show in New South Wales some distant storms too. Spots northeastern New South Wales, central areas. And like South Australia, slightly drier, and spots in the southwest, slightly drier. But like North and Western Australia, more than 100 millimeters in the next 5 days in a few spots, 105 to 109 millimeters, 104. So stay safe there. Those tropical thunderstorms might be a lot of them, so be careful. Northern Territory, and just for curiosity, until the 24th, it does increase a lot in Northern Australia there in a few more areas. So be aware and we'll keep monitoring. So here, let's see something interesting. So there in New South Wales, there's the Cape, the convective variable potential energy does show a lot in a few areas in New South Wales by like tomorrow afternoon, Thursday. Let's see if there are storms. The storms will be further closer to the ocean, so that Cape won't really touch those storms. But for example, let's see Monday the 15th, those storms in Queensland. It does show like the Cape on Monday. Might be some Cape there across central Queensland, close to the ocean, like some 900 to 1,000 joules per kilogram. Some good instability, but nothing crazy. So this might probably cause some hail in a few of the stronger storms and some the damaging winds and lightning in a few of them. So be careful and stay safe those storms. So now heading further north towards Southeast Asia, hopefully the typhoons have stopped going to the Philippines because there were so many of them, but there are still some scared showers and storms there in northern Philippines, most of Indonesia, spots there, Malaysia, still a few showers. So let's see this week. This just continues like scared showers and storms there in the tropics. So the rain accumulation does show like until Monday. Spots central Indonesia, some 88 millimeters, close to 90 in a few areas. Does show like 109 spots northern Malaysia into Thailand with a few stronger disturbances, and does show these spots southern Indonesia where there's more moisture accumulating, shows some 153 millimeters further out to sea. But in some of these islands here, like more than 100 millimeters, these small islands. So be careful. The more frequent showers and storms, Sumatra, especially the system trying to develop near southern Sumatra, might be more storm activity. And then the show, this is just out in the Indian Ocean, those cyclones, you don't have to worry about that, but just be aware some showers still in the Maldives, still a few storms near Seabreeze Village and spots central Indian Ocean. So be aware. And does show Sri Lanka still a few showers there, and from time to time a few thunderstorms. Nothing too crazy, just be aware there. And East Africa is still free from cyclones, but there is some heavy rain in a few areas. So we'll make a video soon for Africa as well. So stay tuned. And there in the Philippines does show some heavy rain spots in the eastern Philippines, some 113 millimeters, spots there to 104, some 77 millimeters, 131. So be careful there. And shows like, especially northern Philippines, the European is to 400 millimeters next 5 days, a section in northern Luzon. The GFS is like further south to 300 near the coast. The icon is just close to 1 to 200 in a few areas there. So either way, there'll be a lot of heavy rain spots there in the eastern Philippines. Even the axis like to 300, a few sections of like central eastern Luzon. So be careful those areas. Manila is fine. I think the western side of Luzon is fine. The heavy rains on the eastern side. So be careful with flooding because if there are some localized strong downpours with like a few days more than 200 millimeters, it might cause some dangerous flooding spots in the eastern Philippines. So stay safe and please be careful. Central Philippines, there's some showers and storms and spots there like across Vietnam, central Vietnam, some more showers as well. So be careful. Just double checking the Pacific shows a few showers in Guam, the Mariana Islands, and like some tropical style showers and storms in Micronesia, spots in the Marshall Islands, and this band of showers and storms are moving further south of the equator, the intertropical convergence zone, but still plenty of showers and storms across Micronesia and spots there. Even Hawaii, like the northern islands of Hawaii, a few fronts, more showers showers. So be aware. And Kiribati does show more showers in the next week, especially northern areas, but nothing too crazy. Until December 24th, it does increase a lot in Micronesia, the Marshall Islands there. So be aware, be careful in those areas. So now let's see one more thing for the tropics, and then we'll try to see some winter weather there in Asia. So here, just checking the Indian Ocean, those cyclones should stay away from land, but just to see the GFS forms the disturbance near southern Sumatra. It goes out into the Indian Ocean, and it kind of interacts with the other one near northwestern Australia, but they should stay further out to sea. The GFS tries to bring a small low pressure to the Bay of Bengal by Christmas, but like very weak, and probably that won't happen. So there's the European here, shows the two disturbances, 92S and 91S in the Indian Ocean. They probably should become tropical storms, or at least one of them, and it forms the other one near northwestern Australia and goes out to sea and interacts with the other one as well. So be aware, but they should stay further out to sea. So be careful. Now, moving on to the last tropical areas, first here in Australia, and then we'll see Asia, the winter there. So first temperatures still shows like across central Australia, spots there some very dangerous conditions to 44 degrees Celsius, this heat wave, like spots there to 42 to 44 Western Australia, southern Northern Territory, so some 43 degrees or more, South Australia to 44. The heat indices might be much higher, so please stay safe. Thursday shows during the night does get slightly colder in the extreme southeast there in the mountains, and in New Zealand in the mountains is still like some -1 in the highest peaks there, some 0 degrees, so it's still this is some below average temperatures southern New Zealand for this time of year, so be aware. Then Friday shows there central Australia, this heat dome spots 43 degrees or more, so 42 Western Australia. Friday shows Saturday does get better, the heat wave, but still like Queensland more than 40 degrees. So Sunday shows might get more below average temperatures in Tasmania, close to like 1 degree or less in the mountains, some 6 degrees southeastern Australia. And then Sunday, Monday still shows like it's very hot in a few areas central Australia in the high 30s, but not as extreme as now, but still close to 40 there on the west. And thus shows southwestern Australia some 27 to 32 degrees near the coast or slightly higher, and further inland close to 39. So be aware, and throughout the rest of December, by the 16th might be like a front or something that might push some very hot air across southern Western Australia ahead of it. So still watching by the 17th, but that's still far out. So be careful. Those areas does show a few fronts there in New Zealand possible. So Thursday, tomorrow, a storm or two, but some rain across the South Island there. And then does show probably a front developing from Australia by Sunday, a stronger one there Sunday into Monday, the 15th in New Zealand, some heavy rain there, especially in the south, but might reach the north by the 17th as well. So be careful, possibly some snow by the December 19th in the mountains in New Zealand. So this is still that weird summer snow, but it might still happen there in the mountains. So be aware. But what's even weirder is this snow in Tasmania there. In the next 5 days shows some 18 centimeters, 6 centimeters on a few spots there. So be aware. And I think this is possible because of those below average temperatures. In New Zealand, until the 20th, does show some possible snow there in the mountains as well. So stay safe. It does show some wind gusts, especially those cold fronts. There's this actual tropical cyclone just north of New Zealand now. It's a weak low pressure system, nothing too crazy. But then Wednesday, Thursday, localized spots in Australia, some stronger gusts near South Australia Thursday. Friday, spots Western and South Australia there, especially southern Western Australia, and a few spots near New Zealand, slightly gustier. Then Saturday, this actual tropical cyclone in the in the Southern Ocean, some strong gusts in Tasmania there, spots in southern Victoria too, Sunday, and then this front might pack a punch by Monday the 15th, New Zealand, some 103 to 120 km per gust, a few spots Monday the 15th in the mountains, New Zealand. So still watching, the GFS is much weaker, but does have some strong gusts too, and the icon is strong as well. So be aware, and this will change a lot still. We'll keep watching. So there, uh, in Asia, I can only tell you one thing. It's extremely cold in Siberia, and there's still like the snow. There's this snow across central western Russia from Europe there, and some localized spots of freezing rain. In case you saw the video for Europe we did yesterday, we talked about this freezing rain in Kazakhstan happening today. Some more ice across southwestern Kazakhstan into western Uzbekistan as well, coming from the Caspian Sea. And there were some crazy wild thunderstorms across the Arabian Peninsula and the Red Sea, and even in Iran and Iraq in the last few days. And there are still a few storms in the Spar too, and some showers in the Middle East. And northern Iran, a mix of rain, snow, and freezing rain in a few areas as well. So be careful. This ice, it's practically happening right now as I speak. Wednesday, it goes into Uzbekistan, more freezing rain. Tonight, Wednesday into Thursday morning, and there in Kazakhstan, there's snow and ice there throughout Thursday, and shows there across Turkey, spots in Syria, some more rain and snow as well. Thursday, spots in Iran with this system. So this goes, more snow in eastern Turkey, the mountains, and this rain scattered in the Middle East in a few areas. So Friday, possibly more freezing rain there in Kazakhstan, some snow in Tajikistan, in the western Himalayas, and does show those fronts from Russia continue there by Saturday, the 13th, more snow throughout northwestern Russia, and this front stretching down all the way to the Caucasus with snow there in Georgia, Turkey, into Kazakhstan Saturday. This front throughout southern Russia there, and snow across Kazakhstan too, and some ice. So Sunday there shows more snow in Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, the western Himalayas. Monday, the 15th, is that broad low pressure with snow spins across Russia there. Next week shows still some disturbances there across the Middle East, to some rain and snow by Tuesday, the 16th, Wednesday, and possibly continuing much of December across the Middle East. So this area is usually very dry, but it's getting some active weather now. So be aware, those areas does show the rain accumulation till Monday the 15th across the Eastern Mediterranean, some heavy rain near Israel, a few spots in Iran as well, and near the Black Sea, more rain as well. So be careful, and a few other areas scattered there in the Middle East, in the Caspian Sea as well. So be aware. And until the 21st, it does increase, especially there, there across the spots in southern Iran. This is kind of crazy as well, because the European does show like 176 millimeters in an area that's usually very dry, but from all those disturbances one after the other, you might end up getting some heavy rain. But the GFS is different, because like until the 22nd, the GFS is just to like 42 millimeters, where the European had 100. So this changes a lot. Don't fall for one thing. But yeah, be aware, the icon does have some heavy rain locally in a few spots there. So be aware. And then for snow, the current predictions because this changes so much, but like now it does show some snow in Lebanon, spots northern Lebanon there, and across Turkey some like 67 centimeters, 38 in spots central to western Turkey as well, most in the mountains. In southeastern Turkey there are spots of Georgia and like to the Caucasus, Azerbaijan and Armenia, and like northern Iran, mostly in the mountains, so like 5-6 centimeters, spots there in central western Iran to like 42 centimeters, 32, and more areas there, and even like northeastern Iran spots there in the mountains. So be aware, and until the 22nd, it does increase a lot, especially in the mountains, western Iran, and spots there across northern Iran. And it does show like Saudi Arabia in the north, some 4 centimeters. This is extremely rare, and the GFS doesn't even have it, so don't look at that yet. But it does show it increases a lot across Turkey and the Caucasus until the end of the month too. So be aware in those areas. And it does show like spots the Western Himalayas, more snow, in Tajikistan, in Afghanistan, some snow until the 15th as well. And spots Kyrgyzstan, some 43 centimeters, 50 in a few spots in the mountains, but the central Himalayas are still quite quiet, just some 4 centimeters, a few areas. And China, a few areas, the high elevations a centimeter or two, but still quieter. But if you noticed one thing, there's this huge area with snow across most of eastern, northeastern China, including Beijing. So some big cities there might start getting snow as well in eastern China. The GFS also has snow in Beijing and more spots there across central and eastern China. So better watch these areas. And the icons also snow in these areas, central eastern China, even at sea level. So be aware and spots North Korea there, South Korea as well. Mongolia is slightly quieter, but still some snow central to western Mongolia. Be aware, Kazakhstan, spots there in southwestern Kazakhstan, some 20 centimeters or more. Near Russia, like northwestern Kazakhstan as well. Like most of central northern Kazakhstan, more snow from those fronts in Russia. So be careful, shows most of northwestern Russia until Europe there. It shows like right in the right close to Eastern Europe, not much, but shows some snow too, but further east, like some 32 centimeters or more, central western Russia in spots into central Russia there. So beware, like this area is central, southern Russia. Further north, not so much, but these areas here. So be careful. And there in the Pacific shows a lot, of course, like northeastern Russia. These areas near the Arctic there, in across further northeastern Russia, more snow. Spots in easternmost Russia as well, and like spots of the Pacific. The Pacific there is a lot, especially near the coast, some 36 centimeters. Kamchatka Peninsula, some 87 centimeters, 50, 60 spots near the Pacific there, because of those extratropical cyclones and fronts. In Japan, they show some 63 centimeters, a few spots, some 64, and some 50 centimeters, 54 northern Japan. So be aware the GFS is like showing most of northern Japan as well, and most of central Japan there in the mountains, and even like central southern Japan in the mountains. The icon is similar but more confined to the mountains, so be aware. But Tokyo not showing anything. This is mostly in the mountains. So the European does have like some snow North Korea and northern Japan now. It has this system gathering near southern Mongolia into China by tomorrow night, Thursday, and most of Friday, some snow in Beijing Friday, some freezing rain, a few sections central China there as the snow goes into North Korea, and Japan shows like some heavy rain in Japan Saturday with some localized snow and ice in the mountains on the 13th, especially on the 14th Sunday. Northern Japan into Monday, the 15th. This goes from Japan into the Pacific in Russia. There's some heavier snow across eastern Russia into next week. So be aware because this system will already start originating in Mongolia there and bring snow into eastern China. So stay safe, and the rain accumulation similar to spots southern China, some rain, and like there in Japan there'll be snow in the mountains, but like near the coast, mostly rain. Southern islands of Japan, some more rain as well, more areas. So stay safe in those areas, and please be careful. And now the time has come to see minus 54 degrees Celsius a few days ago. It's not that cold anymore, but I saw some reports there like minus 54 a few days ago. But like it's minus 50 degrees Celsius spots central Siberia, minus 48, so minus 45. So extremely cold. I know you are kind of adapted, but like I can't even imagine that cold. So please stay safe. This is a minus 44 degrees Celsius. This is some widespread spots, central Siberia there. And far eastern Russia, it's better. It's a minus 13 for comparison. But that shows a minus 19, minus 26, a few areas today. So be careful. Spots south, for further southeastern Russia, there into northern China. Mongolia, some minus 28, some minus 31, northernmost China, the Tibet Plateau, very cold in the high elevations there, like minus 224, and like most of Kazakhstan, negative temperatures down to minus 25, most of Kazakhstan, so very cold. The only warm spots are like Southern Asia, India, Thailand, Saudi Arabia, more spots there in the south. So the mountains of the west shows some negative temperatures in Turkey, spots in Iran, there in the Caucasus as well, some minus 6 or less, and northern Uzbekistan into Russia. So stay safe. And then Wednesday shows this cold keeps fluctuating across Siberia, some minus 48, more sections, minus 47. Thursday, the extreme cold moves slightly further west, like more north central Russia, so minus 45, and it keeps shifting there. So please stay safe. Some more extreme cold moves into interior sections of easternmost Russia in the minus 20s, and like there across southeastern Russia. And Japan is already very cold, strikes a minus 17 the far north. Most of the central northern areas of the central island here is already like minus 10, some minus 9. Tokyo 2 to 4 degrees, some mountains to minus 13, and spots even like southern Japan there in the high elevations. South Korea too. So stay safe. Shows Friday the 12th, this goes and keeps getting colder. Spots there in Siberia, minus 49, spots minus 50. The wind chills feels like temperatures might even be to like minus 60, to be honest, even if there's wind. So please stay safe and stay warm. This cold like can kill in minutes if you are exposed. Please be careful. It might get colder because Western Russia as well, some more widespread like negative temperatures, and then this goes, the cold keeps shifting there. Might get slightly warmer there in central Japan, not so cold by Saturday, and then this goes, and after the extratropical cyclone passes, might return more cold again in the mountains there in Japan. So be careful. Northern China, most of central to northern China, negative temperatures. Just the south escapes and show like most of Mongolia as well. Spots in Tibet and Kazakhstan, and more cold across more widespread areas in Iran, spots of Turkey, Georgia, and spots even like some lower elevations might have two, some 0 degrees, minus one, the Caucasus even minus 18. So stay safe in those areas. During the night, slightly chillier as well. A few spots the Arabian Peninsula. Just during the day there in the south, some 27. So be careful. Monday, Tuesday, and still that cold spinning across Russia might get more extreme further west as well to minus 31 by Wednesday. So be careful, stay safe this cold, and monitor your local weather forecast that there across these areas of Asia and everything, especially to get some precise temperature wind chill forecast because those temperatures are very, very harsh. So please stay safe. Let's just see if there's northern hemisphere here. Shows like the temperature anomaly. There across Russia, there's like those below average temperatures where it's already cold. Northern China into Mongolia. You can see there in North America that next cold wave as well. And in Europe, it's still above average. So this goes shows more sporadic cold waves across central Siberia and other ones near like western Russia into Kazakhstan and more areas there's that cold air spins later in the month that shows those cold waves spinning further into Kazakhstan and Russia. There are spots in the mountainous areas as well. So we'll keep watching and stay safe.